Now, see, pretty much everyone by now is familiar with this supposed issue of female characters being sexualized in things like comic books, video games, anime, etc. And I say supposed issue simply because people seem to be indecisive about whether or not they're angry about this type of stuff. And by people, I mean the social media version of Arkham Asylum known as Twitter. Now, see, anytime that there's a female character in some form of media who is portrayed as physically attractive, there are always those people, especially like a lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women who will complain about this thing called the male gaze. Talking about,
this is why I hate such and such thing, because it appeals to the male fantasy. Hold
it! And the whole time I'm hearing this, all I can think is, so what if something is designed to appeal to men? Why is it that whenever something is designed to appeal to us, specifically straight men, it's always portrayed as something that's inherently evil? This mentality apparently even extends to relationships. You really got some bitter ass women on the internet getting mad whenever there's videos of a woman doing literally anything remotely nice for like her boyfriend or her husband, calling her all kinds of slaves and pick-me's and shit. It's the same mentality as them dumbass dudes who act like doing anything nice for your girlfriend or your wife is somehow simp behavior. Remember a few years back when somewhat realistic looking sex dolls first came out and a bunch of women on the internet started wilding?
Wow, y'all really gonna buy these sex dolls knowing that they won't cuddle with you, they won't cook a meal for you, they won't massage your back, or they won't make your house feel like a home?
Oh, you mean everything that the so-called modern woman feels like she's so above and too good for to ever do? Yeah, I doubt there's gonna be that much of a difference, bro. And besides, most dudes was just playing around when they said they were gonna get one and that real women were canceled from here on out. Like, cats was just joking, bro. And you had a lot of women on the internet just losing their shit whenever women make these quote-unquote jokes about how men are unnecessary and unneeded, and then come out their face talking about,
oh, relax boys, we're just joking.
Nah, nigga, we were joking. Yo ass was dead ass serious under the guise of a joke. But anyway, women have had all kinds of bizarre sex toys for decades, right? And no one had anything to say about that. But then as soon as those female sex dolls show up, now all of a sudden motherfuckers want to start quoting Bible verses and shit.
Oh nah, this is sick. This is messed up. We really failing as a society. Like we in the last days for real, bro.
Nigga, you should have been quoting Bible verses when these hypersexual ass broads started buying all kinds of dildos that's modeled after horse beefs and dog dicks and shit. Bruh, I saw this one post on my newsfeed when somebody had their entire bed vertically from head to toe covered in dildos, bro. Like, I'm talking about in various sizes, various shapes. One was modeled after a horse beef, one was modeled after a dog beef, another one was shaped like a big ass fist, another looked like the dildo melee weapon from Saints Row 3, and another one was like in the shape of a baby. Like, bro, you know how much of a sick and depraved bitch you gotta be to want to shove a baby back in the pussy? But let me guess, it's just the guys who are weirdos for having sex toys, right? If you're gonna call out the weirdo shit, call all of that weirdo shit out, not just a piece of it. Anyway, back to this whole male gaze nonsense, right? The fact of the matter is, certain genres within media apply to certain demographics more than they apply to others. The majority of the audience who likes action movies happen to be men. That doesn't mean women don't like action movies. It just means they're not as prominent as the men in that regard. When it comes to things like rom-coms, the majority of the audience happens to be women. That doesn't mean there are no men who like rom-coms. It just means they're just not as prominent as the women in that regard. So with that being said, yes, a lot of things, depending on the genre, are very much designed for the male gaze. And as I've said before in a previous video, the male gaze is just code for straight men like this, therefore it's bad and we need to get rid of it. And it's no wonder a lot of these so-called strong female characters nowadays, they're designed to be physically unattractive, characteristically detestable, just all around as unlikable as possible so that men are less likely to like them. At least as far as Western media goes. You got people out here crying about not liking female body armor the way it's designed in fantasy games, talking about,
oh, why don't they design the male body armor the way they designed the female body armor?
I don't know, probably because the majority of people who play these games are straight men. I mean, call me closed-minded and old-fashioned, but I like women. So yeah, no shit seeing a female character in that kind of outfit would be appealing to me. Not to mention, why would I care to see men in skimpy clothes? Like, we ain't powering up the PlayStation so we can stare at man ass all day.
Well, not everybody is straight though. Like what about people who are like you know, pansexual and stuff.
Oh, well, good for you, 3%er. Now go fuck a skillet and shut up. The only time I would legitimately complain about a female character being in a skimpy outfit is if it doesn't match the setting that she's in. If she's like in the snowy mountains somewhere, then yeah, it's ridiculous to have her be in a short skirt and a tank top. I mean, she's gonna freeze her goddamn nipples off. Along with everything else, obviously. But if it's like a mod or something like that in a video game, then whatever. Mods aren't canon to the actual game and shit. The thing that I like about Japanese games is that they do whatever they want with their products, and they just ignore whenever, you know, some bitchy Western game journalist complains about it. I mean, if you hate it so much, then don't watch it. I mean, ain't that the same thing you love to say when other people complain about some shit that they don't like, that you like?
If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace!
You should try this thing called taking your own advice. The whole reason that you hate this type of stuff that appeals to the male gaze is only because we like the shit. Y'all hate seeing us enjoy literally anything, and that's regardless of how not harmful the shit is. But notice how quiet they get whenever something in media is designed to appeal to women. Nigga, it'd be quiet enough to hear roaches farting in people's dreams in China. Thor gets his whole butt-naked ass on display, and none of that
Oh, I'm so sick and tired of the sexualization
shit ever comes up. So of course you ain't gonna bitch and complain about the shit that you like. Another thing I can't stand is the selective outrage behind this whole thing. But people, especially on Twitter, love to pick and choose when women being sexualized is a bad thing. Female body armor in video games.
Heresy!
Female characters being physically attractive at all.
That is blasphemous!
Fan service in anime. She-Hulk twerking with Meg Thee Stallion.
Nice.
So apparently the sexualization part isn't the problem with you backward ass people. It's who's doing it. Male rappers have video vixens clapping their ass in their music videos.
This is disgusting. It's misogynistic and it's degrading to women. You should try to be a better role model to these children. I have daughters, goddammit.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
But let Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, or whatever other current female rapper that spits bars about how wet and tight they coochie is make the same music video with the same content in that bitch as the male rappers, and all of a sudden,
Oh my gosh, like, why you complaining? It's just women dancing and having fun. Besides, your kids shouldn't be listening to them anyway. They didn't sign up to be role models for kids.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck was that?
bitch, neither did the male rappers rapping about how many bitches they get. See, this shit right here is exactly why these smooth brains can never be taken seriously, because your logic is too goddamn flimsy. Like, men sexualizing women is degrading. Women sexualizing women, or sexualizing anybody at all,
That ain't no problem. Huh? That ain't no problem.
the only thing I have to say to these people who like to pick and choose when sexualizing women is bad is, you have either one of two choices. You can be consistent with these supposed hangups of yours, or you can do everyone a favor and just
Shut up, bitch.
If you don't feel like something is a bad thing, then act like it. You don't get to pick and choose when it's bad and when it's not. Either it's bad or it's okay. Not according to your mood every other Tuesday, nigga. But if you don't think it's a bad thing, then stop trying to bring attention to this non-issue. Because the only message you're gonna get across is that you just like to run your mouth about a bunch of nothing. But how do y'all feel about it? We can chop it up in the comment section. Peace.